that wasn't emotionally damaging enough, I found out that people were in the Team 2K TV league trading up draft picks when we didn't agree upon a time. So I'll let you guys talk about that.
Collusion.
Welcome to a new episode of NBA 2K TV.
Who's ready to earn VC? Let's start off this week with some 2K TV Interactive.
Questions this week are presented by Chips Ahoy. They are celebrating their happiest birthday, so in honor of that, let's take it back and look at some milestones from the NBA.
So if we're rewinding 60 years from 2023, that brings us to 1963. Which NBA team won the championship that year?
Was it the Hawks, the Lakers, the Celtics, or the Warriors? You should know your 1963 NBA trivia, because if you do, you just earned yourself some VC. But here's another question for you. How many games did it take the Celtics to win that final series in 1963?
Was it 4, 5, 6, or 7 games? I'll give you a little hint. This number is also the number that LeBron James wears on the Lakers currently. Easy one. Get that VC.
Birthdays are a time to celebrate you, and we're here for it. Here for your flashiest, your danciest. Here for your youest. It's Chip's happiest birthday, and he wants to celebrate you.
Now it's time for your top plays. Hey everyone, it's Kyle Speller, public address announcer for your Denver Nuggets. We're here to showcase your Mobile One top drives. Let's get cruising.
Oh, that's his 8th make of the game.
Grind to Shine is in the wreck, picks up the interception and shows off a nice dribbling selection. What a combo. Oh, if I was guarding, I'd probably reach too. You can't guard that. You can't guard that. A well-earned and one.
Let's go!
Grabbing some popcorn in the theater with Watch Me Work 60. Drives with a ball fake, make that a double. Oh, and take that layup without any trouble. Why rush? Got him. Patience is a virtue for sure. Random Wreck Goat is next in, well, the wreck, of course. Okay, walking it up a little bit, gave him a little hezzy. All right, he goes up. Oh, wait a minute. Did you just see that? Finishing on the right, no, with the left. I don't know what he did.
We know the players enjoyed the rest they get during All-Star Weekend. But Greg, you think it should be moved to later in the season?
I like how the current format splits up the season, but it seems more fair to hold an All-Star towards the end of the season so that voters get a more complete look at each player.
And a look at the starters for San Antonio. The 4 and the 5, it's Johnson and Pirtle. Jones is out there with Devin Vassell. And it's Jackson in at the small forward position. And the Rookie of the Month award named not so long ago. MP Greg once again taking home the honors.
And winning that award multiple times in a year is not easy. Hard to think of anyone else taking away Rookie of the Year from MP.
The San Antonio Spurs able to put the first points up on the board. And the foul called on MP.
First team foul.
That is his first foul of the game. Passes it to Sumner. The Nets working the ball around now. Clock at 6. Johnson against KD. It's on target from the high post.
And Durant's jumper is as pure as it gets. You just assume ahead of time it's going in.
Richard, one of the greatest coaches in the history of pro basketball, a guy you played for, Greg Popovich, on March 11th, 2022, broke the all-time winningest mark for a head coach in the NBA.
And what's so special is all of those victories are coming with the Spurs. And look, I had an opportunity to apologize to Pop, because if it wasn't for me, he probably would have gotten here sooner.
I think he would say that's completely not true, but he had to be one of the great coaches you played for.
It was. My career got extended because of the things that I learned in San Antonio. If I wouldn't have had that experience with him and their coaching staff, I would never have played as long as I did.
A very nice moment for MP. It was announced he was the NBA Player of the Week.
And hard to argue with that choice given the numbers MP put up. He was a man on a mission all week long.
Now here's Jackson, following the miss by Kyrie Irving. Jackson passes to Johnson, shoots over KD. A shot by Johnson, no good.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
Back to Durant. Here's Sumner, guarded by Jackson. And the rejection by Jackson. Here's Vassell. That's in, coming off an assist from Johnson.
Unselfish to the core. Johnson looking to make plays for others.
Nets trail by 7. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Outside Irving. Shoots over Vassell. Irving's shot is good.
Such a smooth operator out of the pick and roll. Irving can do so much with the ball. It's ridiculous. It makes it so difficult to game plan for him because he can break down pretty much any defense.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And it's Irving with the ball for Brooklyn. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Scoring efficiency was an issue in that one. Took them too many shots to get their points.
Yeah, it looked like they were settling out there, not moving the ball enough to generate the type of shots that they wanted.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. And this game, the first chance they've had to see the San Antonio Spurs.
In their meetings last year, they split the season series. Happens a fair amount between teams from the East and West.
A somewhat surprising split. One team made the playoffs and the other was lottery bound.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Ben Simmons, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Mann comes in for Kevin Durant. Thomas checked in for Irving. And it's Mills in for Edmund Sumner.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And Simmons kicks to Warren. To the inside. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And here's a guy who loves playing inside. Simmons can play some bully ball down low.
There's Jackson with the 3. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Outside Warren. Thomas up top. To the middle. Here's Mann. And he makes good on the way up.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
San Antonio leading by 10. Jackson from long range. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
The Nets have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. And Simmons kicks to Warren. 34 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And it's Warren with the jam.
Yeah, this guy just gets buckets. Warren is more than capable of finishing on that drive.
Kicks it out to Richardson. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the result.
Nets trail by 14. Here's Mills. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Outside Warren. With 4 seconds on the clock. Not going to go that time.
and you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
And so it's the San Antonio Spurs sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your next.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Spurs. And the Nets, Richard, are trying to build a legacy where they're recognized as one of the league's true glamour franchises.
And they've got the star power and they've got the market. You got an ownership that is willing to pay for it. They will do everything, but ultimately it's going to be the players and how they perform on the court that will dictate how this success is viewed.
The infrastructure is there. Now can they get the players to fill the role? On the court for San Antonio here in the second. Johnson is out there with Jackson. Then it's Gorgie Dan. Then it's Jones. And it's Vassell in at the 2-guard. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. The Nets have tremendous talent, of course, but there have been some challenges. Katie says, I know the fans have high expectations for us, but if you're a fan, you'll appreciate Nets basketball and what we're trying to build, and you'll follow us along this journey, because you never know what may happen. Kevin, back to you.
Great. David, thank you. This is his...
Substitutions on the court.
Here's Claxton. He's guarded by Collins.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Jackson against Thomas. Jackson passes to Richardson. Outside Jackson. Shot clock at 3. Three-pointer. Buries it from three-point range. Jackson's got 5 points now this quarter.
He's been locked all the way in from the floor, and he's the #1 reason why they're winning right now.
Outside Warren. Pass to Claxton. Over Collins. And again, no good by Brooklyn. San Antonio leading by 9. Here's Jackson, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
The Spurs have had an off night from the stripe tonight, and so he's able to get 1 of 2.
Well, I played for the New Jersey Nets, and look, they made that move across the Hudson back in 2012, relocating to Brooklyn, which I think was the right move.
Now here's Jackson. He's coming off an unbelievably high-scoring game. This one for 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Jackson's got 29 in the game.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
Now Wesley. Outside Jackson. The 3. Sinks the triple. Jackson's got 32 points.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
They've played fantastic ball, and you can feel the hush that's coming over this.
And so it's the San Antonio Spurs with a scoring. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at MP in this game, guys, he has been everywhere.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
Durant is the 4, with Claxton playing the 5. Then it's T.J. Warren. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Sumner in at the points. That's the group for Jacques Vaughn getting going here in the second half.
And the handles from Durant are downright right? Filthy. Using him to cut up the defense there with ease.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Mavericks lit up the floor. He dropped in 55 points and got there the usual way. An impressive barrage of three-pointers. When you look at the stat sheet, he was mind-blowing. It's hard to imagine he can follow it up tonight with that same level of production. Kevin, we'll see.
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
Expect them to go to him early and often. Don't want to let that hot hand go to waste.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. Hey, Richard, last season, Spurs coach Greg Popovich moved into first all-time in career coaching wins. And you played for him. You know him well. Any memories or thoughts about playing for Popovich?
First, let me say congratulations to Greg Popovich, because he is the type of coach and person you want to be the face of this league. You want him to be the face of the coaching ranks, because he is so humble. He is so demanding, and you know what? He knows how to host a pretty good meal, too.
And you were a part of many of those, correct?
Oh, yeah, a lot of those meals. And look, we'll talk about the coaching a little later, but he knows how to do a really good meal.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. And we've seen not only some new trophies introduced, but Greg, some of the existing ones have been updated. You okay with that?
Oh, I am. In particular, a nice touch to have the previous winners etched into the base of the Larry O'Brien trophy. That's a great way to connect with the history of the game.
Mann's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. The Basta man. Let's keep it alive. Warren makes it off the glass. Warren's got his second bucket of the night.
And he's one of those players with a nose for scoring. Warren working the offensive glass there.
Left side, Jackson. Second chance shot. And it's laid in by Jang.
He knows his job on the glass, and he does it well. Cleaning it up and sending it right back.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
How did he break that one? He smoked it. Everything was set up for that to be an easy basket.
Back to Vassell. Pass to Jackson. Lets it go from deep. And again, it's San Antonio with a three.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Here's Mann. He's got 6. Durant kicks to Sumner. Rebounded by Jackson.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
And those are the type of shots that just drive coaches crazy. Look, I wouldn't be shocked to see him sitting on the bench if he tries that bad boy again. And he has flat out taken over this quarter. Keep feeding the beast.
So for the Nets, Ben Simmons, he's checked in for T.J. Warren. Thomas comes in for Irving. That's Mills in for Edmund Sumner. Passes it to Mann, right wing. They need this, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's his first trip to the line.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Second free throw, no good. San Antonio's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. Left side, Jackson. Now, here's Richardson. Not a lot of room. Here's Bates-Diop. Good. Nice job down low. Bates-Diop's got his first bucket of the night.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And start with...
Oh, yes! Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Durant for 3. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Jackson looking it over. Pass to West. Lets the three fly. And again for three. He's really sniping them from outside.
Locked in, feeling confident in that three-point shot.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Back to KD. That one's off, still out of sync.
Okay, now I think he's starting to get in his own head right now. Maybe he's overthinking things a little bit, and as a result, he's just been off.
There's Jackson with the three. Connects again from distance.
And all game long, the threes have been pouring in for him. There is no stopping his shot.
And this is already a game he'll never forget. He's trying to make it a game that the world never forgets. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Spurs out in front, running away with this one. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the 4th quarter. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. On the floor for San Antonio starting the 4th quarter. They've got Richardson. Jackson is out there with Jang, and it's Wesley in at the 1. There's the pass to Jackson. Good, another from 3.
And what a fireworks display he's shown us tonight. Just keeps knocking them down from deep.
Greg, he has just exploded from beyond the arc. That last make tying him for second in most threes in a game. Outside Thomas. We know, Greg, the league trending towards small ball, but some teams are having success playing 2 bigs up front.
And I think the key is having versatile big men. If they can space the floor and play in space, also be able to cover smaller players, why not get the added rebounding and rim protection?
Jackson, it's deflected, and he gets it back. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Those are the turnovers that have coaches put.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. We'll see you next time.